So next year I try out for the Dolphins. That's what Dan Marino was showing.
Hey guys, Janerica Owens here with
Kendall, Milton,
and today we had a great time talking about life outside of football.
NIL, and everything in between. Make sure y'all tune into the Players Lounge for more.
So wait, does your family come to like every home game?
Yeah, my family comes to every home game. They actually got a condo in Athens, so it makes it easier so they don't have to get like hotels and stuff like that. So they've been real supportive of me.
So like, how does that make you feel, the fact that they can come to every game, not missing any second of the day?
No, it definitely means the world because I don't get to go home. I don't get to really go see my family or stuff like that. So like times during the season, them coming out supporting me and just being there for me, you know, taking the extra time to come to the hotel to see me, or just like that little time, because you know when they come out, they see me play and everything, and the time between when they fly back is so limited. So like the fact that they just take that little time out means the world.
Yeah, it does, because the fact that they're coming all the way from the West Coast to come out here, that flight is about 4 hours.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
Right, and going back and forth. So when they come, do they stay for like the whole weekend, or do they just stay like for the day and like leave after?
So it was like a couple of weeks ago. They actually stayed for like 2 weeks. They made it easier. They stayed for the whole 2 weeks, and you know it's crazy because I expected them to be blowing me up, you know, trying to do stuff, but you know they kind of just stayed put, and just you know let me just do my normal work week. But they usually stay for the weekend and fly back. You know they both got to work and stuff like that. So yeah, but they come for the weekends and then you know make it back.
Yeah, and that's very supportive of your dad. A lot of people don't have their fathers in their life, so the fact that you have a father figure that can come out every week or every home game to come and support you, I know that means a lot. And your dad seems like a very cool person on Twitter. He like know how to work social media. He knows what's popping and what's not, and I feel like that's great to have in your corner. So I'm glad that he comes out and supports you. And you know, just being an athlete is very challenging. I feel like everyone wants to be an athlete. They want the notoriety, the followers, the attention, be verified, the deals. Can you please explain the importance of being consistent to play on this level of football?
Yeah, you know, one thing I learned, especially being in college, you know, you get to a level where the talent gap kind of shortens. You know, everybody's good. Everybody was the man where they come from. Everybody was a 5-star, 4-star, you know, everything like that. And being consistent is really what sets everybody, you know, apart. You know, it kind of, you know, just separates everybody. One person that I could think of is actually Brock. You know, Brock to me every day is consistent, which is why he, you know, produces how he does. And being consistent just puts you out there because everybody's good. Everybody can have a good day, then have a bad day. But being consistent is what, you know, really catches people's eye.
Right, and when you say being consistent, what does your day-to-day life look like as a professional football player for Georgia? I know you probably have workouts every day. You have to eat right. It's certain things that you have to do. You have to be organized. Talk to me about that.
You know, one thing about this semester, especially being football, I've been trying to focus on just getting in the facility more of the film training room. So, you know, up early in the morning, I go get treatment in and go to film room, and then have to go to my classes, have to come back to the facility to do meetings, and meetings are 2 hours before practice. Practice at 4 o'clock, hottest part of the day. Then after that, you gotta get treatment again and watch more film. So you don't get home till around 8:30 every day. But like you said, being consistent is what, you know, makes all of that worth it. It just brings everything together.
So when do you have free time? And not trying to get too personal, but of course, everyone has a personal life. You may have like a significant other at home. Do you even have time to speak on the phone with her or like your family and stuff? Like, how does that work?
Really, you know, like you said about free time, that little gap between when I get home at 8:30, when I go to bed, that's my little free time. During the season on Sundays is kind of my off day, but it's still like workouts and film and treatment and stuff like that. So, you know, most times, like me personally, when I get home, I don't like to be on the phone. I don't like to, you know, I like to just sit, play video games, get on the game, just chill, you know, stuff like that.
Do you be on a game till like 2 a.m., 3
Nah,
a.m.?
I'm not that. I get bored fast. So,
Really? You
yeah,
get bored
I
fast?
get bored real fast.
Now, Kendall, you've been with UGA for the past 3 years. How does it feel to be back-to-back national champions?
I mean, it's really dope to me because as a recruit, one thing that, you know, I was considering when making the choice was, you know, just being part of a situation where you're building something, where you're, you know, making history, not necessarily going into a situation that's already built, but being a part of something that's going to be in history books, that's going to be talked about, you know, 20 years from now. So the fact that we were able to do something like that, especially I think the last win was like 1980, you know, for the national championship. The fact that we were able to pull something like that off, you know, that was definitely a blessing. And, you know, I knew right when we came back to Athens, you know, right when we got back to the facility, fans everywhere, you know, little kids and everything. And, you know, people come up to you and they're just thank you, but it just shows like how much, you know, it means to not just Georgia football, but the community around Georgia football.
And not only do you guys influence Athens, you guys influence the whole world, Atlanta. Everyone was just super excited about you guys doing it. 100%. Of course, you had a lot of doubts, but you guys did it. And you guys have potential to three-peat, do it again. How does it feel to be able to contribute to a team in winning 3 national championships?
Yeah, it feels amazing just coming off of the 2 back-to-back. You know, that's already hit in the history books. But once you get to the point where you can make that 3-peat, that's what really, you know, puts you at the top of the, you know, the food chain. So being able to be in that situation is a blessing, but I really look at it as, you know, the standard for Georgia football and how everything works, how to win, how to practice, how to do everything in between. That was already, you know, set the years before, and it's up to everybody on this current team to, you know, uphold the standard and uphold those values that got us to the point where we're at now.
And when we talk about guys on the current team, would you say you guys are under a lot of pressure because everyone is, you know, excited to see what you guys are going to do? You guys are undefeated, of course, and it has been a lot of slow starts this season, but you guys are making it happen. You're making ends meet. Do you feel like you guys are under a lot of pressure with this young team?
I wouldn't even say it's pressure, you know, like outside noise. I would say it's more so pressure on ourselves because we know how good we could be. We know what we're capable of, and you know, leaders on our team, we pull the team apart, pull the team aside, and we tell them, like, we need to do this better, we need to make this happen, we need to do this, because we know what our potential is, we know the type of team that we are, and we know what the standard of Georgia football is, so we put pressure on ourselves to make sure that we're great.
All right, thank you for your time.